How life insurance created the happiest place on earth for billions. What if Disneyland didn't exist? Imagine the countless or extremely great number of memories, smiles, and fairy tale weddings that never would have taken place. No mad tea party rides, no space mountain, and no magic kingdom. Millions of children would never have experienced their own personal Disney magical moment. Thankfully, Walt Disney had whole life insurance. Yes, this is the true story of Disney. As quoted by Walt Disney, I could never convince the financiers that Disneyland was feasible because dreams offer too little collateral. From the very start, it was a problem. Walt was trying to start his business but had filed for bankruptcy and couldn't find funding for his fun park. He had a very difficult time getting banks to join in his vision of a cartoon mouse and a duck that would bring in the masses from around the world. After failing in the pursuit of traditional means of financing to build what would become Disneyland, Walt decided to provide his own financing, and he did. As quoted by Walt Disney, biggest problem? Well, I'd say it's been my biggest problem all my life. Money. It takes a lot of money to make these dreams come true. From the very start, it was a problem getting the money to open Disneyland. About 17 million it took, and we had everything mortgaged, including my personal insurance. Walt Disney borrowed money from his various life insurance cash value policies to finance his radical dream of a truly magical amusement park. If he wanted his Disneyland to become a reality, he had to get the money his way, and he did, which may have never opened without the leverage capabilities of his own bank, using his own whole life insurance policies to bring his dreams to life. Studio employees worked on the project paid from Walt Disney's personal funds. According to the Disneyland sourcebook, Walt Disney's whole life policy acted as his own personal bank to provide the necessary liquidity to fund his dream. At the time, it was a vision that only he could see, but one that the masses from around the globe would someday enjoy. Loan against insurance policy. Policy loans provide a source of funds that uses your policy's cash value as collateral. You don't need any physical asset as collateral to secure the loan. You must have accumulated cash value or must gain a surrender value in the life insurance policy to get a policy loan. A life insurance policy loan isn't taxable as income as long as it doesn't exceed the amount paid in premiums for the policy, and the policy remains in effect. Options for repaying your loan include paying only the annual interest or making periodic payments. You don't need to pay back a policy loan before you die, but a balance will reduce the death benefit. Because Walt Disney had this guaranteed access to liquidity, he was able to eventually capitalize on his dream and create a multinational empire for generations to enjoy. During those lean years, however, his policy's cash value continued compounding for him despite the loans needed to fund his vision. Using perpetual uninterrupted compound interest, which employs triple compounding to earn compound interest in a tax deferred account because taxes destroy compound interest. Not only that, but his policy continued to provide valuable protection for Disney's family, since without him, profits from his dream would have certainly never come to succeed. This is considered a living benefit of life insurance because, in contrast to a death benefit that pays out when we pass away, we can use the money while we are still alive. As quoted by Walt Disney, we did it, Disneyland. in the knowledge that most of the people I talked to thought it would be a financial disaster, closed and forgotten within the first year. Thankfully, in 1955, Walt launched Disneyland in California and hosted more than 3.5 million visitors in its first year. It became an immediate resounding success. He did not only bring joy to countless children across the globe, but also created a blueprint for other entrepreneurs who didn't want to rely on traditional means of financing. Since then, countless other entrepreneurs have picked up on Disney's surprising business financing model and used it to launch their own successful enterprises. Sorry, the Walt Disney Company today. How much is Disney's net worth? Disney's net worth as of 17th February 2023 was $192.22 billion. The company is known for its film studio division as shown in the table. Disney's other main business units include divisions in television, broadcasting, streaming media, theme park resorts, consumer products, publishing, and international operations, and Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, a group of 14 theme parks, resort hotels, and cruise lines across the world. In October 2021, Disney celebrated the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World Resort. It was a spectacular television event, the most magical story on earth. 50 years of Walt Disney World. This dazzling special event took viewers through Walt Disney World's humble beginnings in the swamplands of Florida and its evolution into a cultural phenomenon. As quoted by Walt Disney, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. Thank you, Disney. The proceeds from his life insurance policy were used to open Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. Thank you, Whole Life Insurance, for enabling Disney to share the happiness with billions across the globe. May the force of own private banking with Whole Life Insurance be with you. Please go through the description for the sources for this presentation. I've shared the link to my next presentation, How Life Insurance Saved One of the Favorite Meals for Billions, at the end of this presentation. And do not forget to check out the playlist for more presentations. If there is something to gain and nothing to lose by asking, by all means ask. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I sincerely appreciate it. Namaste.